We're out looking for mushrooms. Bit of foraging, bit of bits and bats, man. Let's go. It's coming that time of year, boys and girls, and here we look like we have got some remnants of some scale caps. Juicy. That's the only thing, man, that sometimes grinds my gears about mushroom foraging. You're a couple days too late or something like that and you miss them. Especially things like the penny buns. Find a massive penny bun, 2-3 days gone, and you're like, fuck. But we're in a good environment for them. We've got a nice, massive open beach woodland. I mean, this is my local woodland, so I know there's some goodies in here, but this is what you're looking for. You get a forest like this, man, some mushroom forager's dream. Got oak, birch, beech, nice dead standing. Ooh. And I know this woodland is particularly good for Amanita. I found Amanita phalloides in here, the death cap Amanita verosa, the destroying angel, there's lots of blushes, Amanita rubensis. We've got the tawny grisette, Amanita something. And then, oh yeah, shitloads of muscaria. Get moist. Now this is going to be a quick video basically of me just going on a walk, just seeing what's about. Once they start coming out and there's a lot more variety knocking around, I'll go through key identifying features and things like that in more detail and other bits and bats. But I'm just going to basically have a bonny mooch and just see what's around and just give you a brief general overview of mushroom this, mushroom that. Pop, pat, pat, whistle ball bat. You scan the floor like this and then hiding here we have got a Rusula. Hello Rusula. Now it's pretty early in the season for the other mushrooms that I mentioned, but they do, you know, especially rubensis can be about now, but these bad lads are generally one of the first ones that start kicking the season off. Now, Rusula mushrooms are notoriously difficult to identify because basically you need a microscope, but you can tell by this chalky ass pastel cap colour that it's a Rusula, and they basically break. They break like chalk. See? Rusula. Now pretty much all the Rusula species are edible bar a few, and two of them, the sickener and the beechwood something. Anyway, but they're bright red. But how you can tell if a Rusula is one of the kind of nastier ones is with a quick nibble test. Got no spice. So generally, if you've got no spice, it's a very, very good indicator that you got one of the more edible Rusulas. Now, like I say, there's nothing deadly poisonous in the Rusula family, but this one is pretty good to go. But regardless, if you think a mushroom is edible or not, you must always cross-reference everything. I mean, I'm just going to start off with a disclaimer. Always cross-reference shit. Never just take my advice or anything like that and be like, oh, he says it's edible, so it's edible, because that might not be the case. And plus, you got to know if you got a Rusula. I've actually seen somebody picking these because they thought they were amanitas, because the slugs basically ate little patches on top, and they saw a red, basically mushroom with little white patches on, and we're like, oh, it's Amanita muscaria, and really they're picking Rusula. I mean, you can't get them two mixed up because they're vastly different mushrooms, but someone was still doing it. So that's how misinformed some people are. But if you're getting into mushrooms, Rusulas are one of the safe families to start having a little dabble with. And even though you need a microscope to identify most of them properly, you're pretty good to go. But like I say, make sure, oh, another one. Oh, it's coming. So yeah, same species, chalky top, gills underneath, look. They don't meet the stem, there's a small gap between there. You got this chalky ass texture to it that just basically just breaks. You're good with that. And they also tend to have this nice circular, like a bulbous stem, which is also, I mean, I know a Rusula a mile off. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm probably not doing it justice in identifying features, because once you know them, you just kind of know them, but still. I just like to nibble them. Yeah, creamy again. No spice. The beechwood sickener though, when you do that, man, oh, it's got power. Now, like I say, at this time of year, there's not many actual mushes that are out, but they're starting, right? But there is one place that I can go, basically, that I know might yield some goodies. But the only thing is it's a golf course. Now, golf courses with bridleways, you're allowed to walk through, and I just tend to just stick to the bridleway and just kind of just very rough every now and again. Sometimes the golfers shout at me, but I'm just like, sorry sir, take photographs of mushrooms, fuck off. But yeah, respect the golfers, and generally, if you learn which way they rotate around and they play, you wait for them to tee off and then walk down past you, and then you behind them. They don't tend to get too pissy. But if you're walking across the bridleway and they're waiting to take the shot, that's when they start shouting at you. So little tip if you're going to go on a golf course. Or you can also be like me and have a friend who's a member of the golf course, and then you're allowed to basically just kind of go on where you want. That's the golf ball there. Oh yeah, and don't touch the golf balls. Do not move them. Thanks, man. Yeah, your ball's there, dude. But yeah, this is the golf course. I know, there's some mushies that hide in there. Right, we have had no joy yet apart from the rustler on the golf course, but up there, past that sign that says do not enter, there is a place that I know where mushrooms may be. I just tend to stick right to the edges and in the fairways where the golfers, if they're half decent, don't end up going. And 9.5 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I never get no shit. Be respectful. And it's all good, but the spot in question, in fact, there's some that may be down here. These new little trees that they've planted must have brought some weird varieties of mushroom mycelium over them when they was planted, because I found some really unusual shit in here before. But all down here, this birch line, normally there's a few goodies. Absolutely nothing, man. Shocking. Look, do you see down there? Look. He's playing this way, going that way. So this is not going to be a video overly about mushroom foraging today, because there doesn't seem to be much, but it is a video about how to go onto golf courses and appease the golfers and not, well, you know, get hit by balls and have them shout at you and shit. Not that you should be doing this. I just know this golf course is relatively okay because I've been doing it for years. I'm lying though, you might still find some mushes. Never give up. You see, they're walking up now. And all you do then is you cross behind them. And you should be good. Look, there's no one down there shooting. So this way it is. But yeah, we've got some pine here anyway, so we might have some luck with some pine species. And there'll be some more golfers down there that are playing this way. So I'm just going to wait here. The golfer's got maybe about a 300-yard drive on it. That's about 2 football fields. So you're 2 football fields away from them. They're really, unless they're really good and got a good crack on them, they ain't going to get to you. Oh yeah, and there was nothing in there. But pine's a good tree to go for. Look at it, beautiful. Are you playing golf in this? One of the reasons why I came up, because fucking hell, the wind is horrendous. I didn't think anyone would be here. But yeah, some more pine. Let's have a quick gander. See again, crossing behind them. Now you may be asking yourself, why do this? Why go on golf courses? Well, golf courses have got very, very good kind of habitats for mushrooms. They've got good grasslands, they've got a good variety of trees, and basically the woodland in the middle of the verges is relatively untouched, so they just have really good mushrooms. And head down there, because that woodland there is my next point. I'm going to leave the golf course because it's not yielding any goodies. We have made it safely off the golf course, and now we're going into this wood. Now this wood's quite a good woodland as well. There's some goodies in here, but like I say, it's a little bit early in the season for the proper mushies, but we might find some of the summer varieties. So I'm stood here having a piss, and I look over in the distance and look what I see over there. Something that looks very mushroom-like. It's bright orange on a log. Do I see chicken of the woods? Oh, is it? Is it? It is. Chicken of the woods. The fancy scientific name of this mushroom is Letoporia sulphureus, and it's a gourmet edible mushroom. And as you can tell, that's why I'm so excited, because I've missed chicken of the woods twice this season. I found it all dead and shriveled on a tree, and I'm fuck. But it's here. Now, chicken of the woods is an incredibly easy mushroom to identify in the UK because there's not much really that looks like this, apart from one other mushroom called the velvet top mushroom that grows on pine trees. But the velvet top mushroom is all velvety on top, so basically as long as the mushroom that you're looking at, that you think is chicken of the woods, is all nice and smooth and it's got no velvet on top, then pretty much you've got chicken of the woods. But mainly chicken of the woods will present itself with a bright orange top and then a nice yellow porous underside. And the mushroom will grow in a shelf-like structure on dead or decaying wood. And the edges of the mushroom look all like this, all wavy, bobbly and fucked. It actually looks like something that you don't really want to be eating, you get me? I mean, it looks all fucking mental. But chicken of the woods is an absolutely beautiful mushroom. It absorbs a lot of flavour from things like steak and things like that. But a lot of people, ironically, use it as a meat substitute. But I use it basically just to bump up the flavour of meat. So I eat my steak, which has got the steak texture, and then I eat this thing that tastes like steak that's got a bit of chicken texture. And it's just like, just... But some people can be allergic to chicken of the woods, so you must always do a taste test first. Just basically cut a tiny bit of it out, cook it, eat it, wait 24 hours, see if you react to it, and if you don't, then basically you're good to go. Personally, if I eat it a little raw, I get like a little tingly sensation in my mouth, which I kind of like, but you know. And normally you find chicken of the woods in early spring, but it actually has a resurgence in growth towards late summer. And that resurgence actually goes all the way into autumn, but I never really find it outside of spring, maybe late summer. But this is absolutely fresh and absolutely perfect timing. This is ready to go. And this is exactly one of the reasons why I always carry one of these big ass bags here, so I can basically, if I find anything on my travels, even though I won't expecting to find much today, I can just stick it in. Oh yeah. And then I'll always leave a bit like that, just so that if any little animals want to eat that bit or it wants to grow back, it can. Right, on with the walk. Let's see if we can find anything else. Ooh, look at these. These are known as dead man's fingers because they look like dead man's fingers that are basically sticking up from underneath this branch. They're pretty cool though, not gonna lie. Sometimes you see loads of them. And here we've got some fresh growth of some birch polypore. This is a very interesting mushroom. It's got loads of medicinal benefits. I mean, I can make a full video on this just by itself. Can be used as bushcraft plasters, make it into teas. It also feels pretty. And ooh, look at this. I believe this to be a deer shield, but let's have a closer inspection, shall we? Deer mushrooms are known to grow on dead and decaying wood, which is where we found this one. I know this because deer mushrooms are a small to medium-sized mushroom that grow on dead and decaying logs. The caps are bell-shaped at first, but then flatten out with like an undulating edge as they age. And the flesh is soft, white and firm and tastes mildly bitter. But one of the main giveaways with this one is the white gills that eventually turn with a pinkish tinge. That is indicative of a deer mushroom. Look at that beautiful colours on the camera. Oh yeah. And also the stem. The stem is, you can't really see it on this, but it's quite like fibrous. And plus, there's not much that looks like this that grows at this time of year. And then there is the smell. It's just mushroom power. They just stink of mushroom. And the taste of them, it's a small nibble test. Now, there's many mushrooms you can nibble test as long as you spit it out. That's a very important thing. But the deadly gallerina is something that's not advised to nibble test. But this, I know it's not a deadly gallowine for a start, and the taste is mild, creamy-ish. Normally they're a bit bitter, but that's actually all right. But yeah, it's the pink. Until you know it, fibrous stem, really pinkish gills. Deer shield or deer mushroom. And yeah, all the deadly ones aren't out yet. But what you've got to do is, when you pick one, you basically break up the cap into bits and then cast it off to make more babies. Now I do know in this woodland there is maitake mushroom, the dancing mushroom, because people dance when they basically find it because it makes them that happy. And there is also, what's it called now? Beefsteak fungus. Beefsteak fungus. So, but maitake mushroom might be a little bit early in the season for maitake, but beefsteak, possibly might find some beefsteak. Got a few beefsteak spots. I'm going to go check them and see what the crack is. Right, my beefsteak spot is somewhere around here now. It's not going to be that tree because that tree is the wrong species of tree. That's a maple, but this is a beech. And obviously there's been lots of devastation, sir. Wow. But I think it was down there. That over there is a big mushroom sign. You see all that? That is all spores. Now it's not going to be a gourmet mushroom because gourmet mushrooms don't spore like that. But could be a lot of artist bracket. I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. They're the culprits. Do you see, sir? Look at that ISO is blown out, bruv. Yeah, but them are the reason that this tree basically fell in half. What was I saying? Magnificent, sir. Artist bracket. Yeah, you can tell because that's all their dust. There, it's down there. You can see the light covering on the floor. A lot of spores flying around, making babies, spreading your spaff. Ah, yes, this was the spot. It's that oak tree right there. I'm hoping it's here now, or else this entire section of the video is just going to get cut. No. That one. Come on, beefsteak. Doesn't quite look. Oh yeah, it were there before. In that little corner. Ooh, but what is that, sir? This is chicken, or was chicken. Old chicken. This means that this is a chicken spot now. Where have you fallen off? This tree may be hosting chicken. Normally, if you look, you can see the remnants of where it's snapped off or something, but it's not there. Anyway, it's starting to rain and my camera is not weatherproof, so I'm going to start wrapping this up relatively quickly. We're just heading back onto the golf course, coming out of this magnificent woodland. And there's a couple more spots on the golf course that I want to check. And then I'm going to go home, so if you're getting value out of this content so far, guys, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because when mushroom season does kick off properly, there's so many I want to teach you about. It's going to be insane. But yeah, subscribe, do me a favour for the algorithm, do the likes, because the YouTube is not been very kind to me at the moment. And yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, I've got 90,000 followers on my TikTok. And I say I'm more active on my TikTok. I'm actually coming over to YouTube more, so I'm more active on my YouTube, but do the bits. Yeah, this little spot here is normally quite golden for a couple species of boletes. There's some maitake that grows on a tree just over there, and yeah, some other ones, but nothing. Yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I'm already back on the golf course, on ground I've already covered. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy mushroom content, and come early to mid-autumn, it's going to be lit.